received it. I know that's a little bit tricky, so please make sure you're following along with me. I'm going to go over the instructions right here before we do the guided practice. These, I'm going to start right here, says the words a, let me highlight this, and the, let me have to find a better way to highlight this. Okay, and the, there we go, are special adjectives called articles. Right there. Use the letter A with singular nouns. Remember, singular means one. And adjectives that begin with a consonant. Consonant is not a vowel. And there's some examples right here. I'll go over that in just a second. A consonant sound. Use an, back to my highlighter, with singular nouns and adjectives that begin with a vowel sound. Use the with any singular or plural nouns. So they have some examples right here in this box. A whirling tornado, an uncontrollable tornado, a column of air, an air column, the storms, the air pocket. So if you notice with A, they use A when the next letter or next word starts with a consonant. See, W, C, where's the, okay. And they use an when the next word starts with a vowel. So that's very important to pay attention to that. Demonstratives, once again, these are all different types of adjectives. Adjectives are, and we'll put up here, your describing words. That's what adjectives are. Demonstratives are pronouns used as adjectives. They point out the position of objects, persons, or places. This, that, these, and those are demonstratives. And here is a chart for you to look at. So if it's talking about singular, then here's an example, or plural. And they have an example in these two sentences. This heavy wind is blowing these shirts. Those birds, so if you're talking about something that's far away, like right here, use the word those. Those birds are flying away quickly. So singular is up here. This is a form when it's something that's close. This is a form when it's far away. Plural means more than one. These means it's close. Those means that it's far away. All right, next one. Proper adjective. Highlight. Is formed from a proper noun. Always, circle it out, star. Always capitalize a proper adjective. For example, a Canadian meteorologist watches for tornadoes. Canadian is the proper adjective and it's describing the meteorologist. The next one, it says, in a diagram, all adjectives, including the special adjectives such as articles, demonstratives, and proper adjectives, are placed on slanted lines below the noun or the pronoun that they describe. So here's the diagram. This is your simple subject or your noun. Your verb is your action word. And the direct object is that's being affected by that action word or verb. And these are where you put the adjectives on slanted lines below. So here's an example sentence. The Spanish boy saw that whirling tornado. So you have to ask yourself, who is the sentence about? It's about a boy. What did the boy do? He saw. What did he see? He saw a tornado. Then you go back and put in the adjectives. The Spanish boy, the in Spanish describe the boy. There's nothing that describes saw. And then what words describe the tornado or special adjectives describe the tornado? That whirling tornado. All right, so refer back to this chart when you're doing your independent practice. We're going to go over the guided practice. It says underline all the adjectives, including articles, demonstratives, and proper adjectives. Draw an arrow from each adjective to the noun that it describes. Number 1. American cold air often comes from Canada. So we're going to underline American cold. Those are your adjectives. What are they describing? They're describing the air. So you're going to draw arrows to air. And that's it for that one. Like I said, American cold, those are your adjectives. What are they describing? They're describing the noun or the subject, which is air. Number 2, those wild thunderstorms can form these destructive tornadoes. We have those, wild. This sentence actually has 4 adjectives. Alright, make sure my book is not so crooked. These and destructive. Because remember, we have those adjectives up here in this chart. Those are your demonstratives. Then you ask yourself, those and wild, what are those adjectives describing? They're describing the thunderstorms. So we're going to draw arrows to thunderstorms. And these destructive, what are those adjectives describing? They're describing the tornadoes. So we're going to draw arrows there. Just like that. Alright, now number 3, you have to diagram the sentence. The funnel cloud looks dusty. Remember, we draw a line that looks just like that. That separates your simple subject and your predicate or your verb. So you ask yourself, well, after you read the sentence, what is the sentence all about? The funnel cloud looks dusty. The sentence is about a cloud. What did the cloud do? It looked. And how did it look? Alright, so how did the cloud look? It looked dusty. There you go. Now we have to go back and put in our adjectives. We have the and funnel. The is up here, so that is the article, and then funnel is the describing word. So we're going to draw a line here, a line here, the and funnel. Ooh, there we go. Alright, next page. Move camera over. There we go. Okay, so the first part is just like what I just went over. It's the first part of the guided practice. Underline all the adjectives, including articles, demonstratives, and proper adjectives. Draw an arrow from each adjective to the noun that it describes. So I'm going to leave this up to you. I think you can do this okay. The bottom part is the diagramming of the sentences. I just noticed I actually need to go back and can finish this sentence because I'm not done, because we needed to label the pattern. So what is the subject of the sentence? It's a cloud. What did the cloud do? It looked. That's your linking verb. And dusty is your predicate adjective, because it's an adjective that describes the linking verb. Alright, now back over to the side. Alright, so let me help you with the diagramming of the sentences. Ooh, the first one looks easy because it's only 3 words. Tornadoes look gray. So we're going to draw our line. And then this one has a predicate adjective, so we need a line that looks like that. So tornadoes look gray. What is that sentence about? It's about tornadoes. And what about the tornadoes? They look. And how do they look? They look gray. Now, we don't have any adjectives to draw down here because there's only 3 words in the sentence and we used them already. The pattern is tornadoes is your subject, look is your linking verb, and gray is your predicate adjective. And that's it for that sentence. Number 11. The scientific laboratory studies tornadoes. This sentence has some more, and it does have some adjectives that we are going to have to diagram. We're going to draw a line here, separate our subject and our predicate. And this one has a direct object, so the line goes right there because there's something that's affected by that verb. So the scientific laboratory studies tornadoes. What is that whole sentence about? It's about a laboratory. What does the laboratory do? Well, I didn't say that sentence correctly, but it studies. Okay, there we go. And what does the laboratory study? They study tornadoes. So we have laboratory, studies, and tornadoes. Now we've got 2 adjectives, special adjectives that describe one of the words. And it's the laboratory because we have this and scientific. Both of those adjectives describe the laboratory. We'll draw a line there, and stand up so that I can write sideways. So we have this and scientific. There we go. So here are your special adjectives describing laboratory, and there's the sentence diagram for you. I think you'll be okay with the top part, and like I said, go back and check your answers and make sure you did okay. Apply and write, you don't have to worry about that. Alright, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I'd be more than happy to help you.